What happens when GTA goes down south? Well, let's just say it gets a huge upgrade. Let's get into it. Today we're talking about Grand Theft Auto Vice City, the sequel to Grand Theft Auto 3. A lot of people, myself included, expected Vice City to simply be a rehash of Grand Theft Auto 3 with a new setting. The question is that what we got? Well, let's find out. The good thing starts with the gameplay. Now, much like GTA 3, this is not quite up to current standards. However, it is a huge step up from Grand Theft Auto 3. Shooting is a lot more responsive, the driving remains top-notch. The mini-games and collectibles are still to be found, and in fact, many of the mini-games still give you the buffs that you get for completing them, such as if you complete the firefight mission as an example, you'll be immune to all fire damage. This comes in handy a lot, particularly when you get all of the buffs together. It makes doing those side missions actually have a purpose, and more importantly, will make you want to do them. The collectibles are still there, and they're fun to find without being so impossible you're going to smash something. Overall, I give the gameplay for Grand Theft Auto Vice City a 7 out of 10. It is fantastic. Next up, we'll take a look at the soundtrack. This game's sound is a cut above Grand Theft Auto 3. Gunshots sound more real. The voice acting is even better, if you can believe it. And the music is basically the best of the 80s. So if you're an 80s music fan like me, you're going to be in heaven. Talk about the radio DJs will get you laughing time and time again. In fact, one radio station in particular, Flash, I would listen to even if I weren't playing the game. In fact, I have an MP3 of it right now in my phone. Overall, the sound earns a 9 out of 10. It is damn near perfect. However, admittedly, if you are not a fan of the 80s music, you are going to hate the soundtrack. No other way to put it, really. Next, we'll take a look at the graphics. While this game is in an entirely different setting, where GTA 3 was basically in New York, this one is clearly a play on Miami, which does make the game feel fresh and not a rehash of 3. The textures are better, and I personally had no texture pop-ins for the game. And for a game which is nearly 9 years old, that's pretty impressive. Overall, I give the graphics a 6 out of 10. While technically still bad, they are a cut above the previous game, and they're not terrible. Next up, let's look at the story. In this game, you play as Tommy Vercetti, a mobster trying to get a fresh start after a deal went horribly wrong. You'll find this is a setup for a lot of Grand Theft Auto games. You find your way down to Vice City, and much like 3, this is a fantastic story. I don't want to talk too much about it because there are a lot of great twists and turns along the way. In this game, side characters are a lot more fleshed out than in the previous title. Overall, the storyline is a lot better, and while it still has a few cliches, it's a lot less than the previous title, and it really makes you feel for Tommy Vercetti and what's going to happen to him overall. And so I give the story of Grand Theft Auto Vice City an 8 out of 10. They did a great job with this one, and I can't wait to see what comes next. Finally, let's take a look at customer care. By the time Grand Theft Auto Vice City came around, Rockstar was finally done being given so much grief from the media. This game was fully developed, and much like 3, I didn't have any bugs or glitches in either of my playthroughs. And with that said, I have to give customer care a 10 out of 10. They did a fantastic job. Overall, Grand Theft Auto Vice City earns a 40 out of 50, just making it into that top 10 tier I talk about so often. It is well worth purchasing, and in fact you can buy it on the PlayStation Network right now for $10. More than wager you can get it on the Xbox Live for about the same price, and I'm sure Steam has it as well. So if you have any of these systems, I would highly advise picking it up. That's it for this game. For more games or anything else gamer related, please head over to HoldTheLine.com. Until next time, my name is Vega Goose, saying that's my opinion. What's yours? I'll see you next time.